Hello, hello. How's everyone today? Oh, why am I... Just tune that down. All right. At least for me. I'll leave it same for you guys. So, today, I want to do this. I want to add some set dressing into this side room and then find a little lower findable thing you can pick up. And then we're gonna we're going to then maybe get to this. So we'll see. I'm gonna be trying to focus on these two. Not gonna get messed up in hair shaders today. Hopefully. 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 Okay. So the thing I want to do is I need to make a new screen. So I was in the process of kind of starting that. Just getting all the values. I think the idea is that it's gonna be kind of like message pop-up in a way. So I might just duplicate that. And then we'll go from there. I think. Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's duplicate that. We'll call this read letter screen. So what do I call it up here? A read paper screen. Okay. Should call it what the script is called. Avoid later confusion. Read paper screen. Okay. Oh, and this one I just set the strings. Interesting. Why did I do that? I guess it was just easier. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do it this time. So, I don't know if I want the pop-up. Fade. I don't know, probably not. We'll see if I want it later. But we'll go here, and then we'll go read paper screen. I do really like this song. Alrighty. Really weird that when you look at this, it seems like Unity tries to like fill in the blanks on some of these. Just strange. It tries to mix these two kind of around it. Doing some sort of filtering, even though I told it not to. want to check, right? Like, it says no compression, point filters. Yeah, okay. I don't know what's going on with this texture. Yeah, like when you look at it like this, there's no black there. I don't even know what these colors are. What? When I look at it over here, just because it's sized up. It must be what it is, but yeah. Like when I look at it over there, I do not see the colors being that weird. Then suddenly when we're over here, it doesn't like it. It's really strange. Why is the bar image size that? Is that because that's how big the rect transform is? What is the rect transform not even? That is how big the rect transform is. Or if I made this just 8 by 8, for example. No, it still looks weird. Alright, because even when I zoom in on this, some weird things is happening to this. Which is problematic just because if I want to use this as a like a palette where I pick the colors, I would kind of like the colors to actually represent the colors that I have, instead of, you know, like some weird other thing. I want to know, like, does it do this with... One of these is like a PNG, I think. Doesn't tell me which one. I assume this one's the PNG. Definitely does not seem to do this with the PNG. So maybe I'll export it as a PNG. Export as limited colors PNG. Oh, it still hasn't done it. Okay. Yeah, that actually looks like it's supposed to look like. Okay. That's weird. Maybe I should be using this one then. I should go to post-processing here. Maybe use this one. I don't know. If maybe I was relying on the other one being a little weird to function, but like if this actually looks like what I'm supposed to have, then maybe these were... I was getting the wrong colors this whole time. Well, that's gonna look really good. At least I'm happy I could fix that. Because now I can actually use this thing in my UI and like select colors properly. Should be able to make that bigger now though. So let's make that, you know, 512. 512 or something. Nice and big. There we go. Yeah, okay. So, and these read message pop up. I guess all this stuff is typically, the colors are all set by the Reach UI Manager. I want to select these are actually the colors. Although that doesn't look that great, honestly. Color. Let's not undo. Oh, great. I guess that's the color now. Oh no, it did undo. Okay, cool. I wonder what I'm using those for. I think it's just like the selection, probably. Oh, hey, Danger. Thanks for raiding in.
Just rated with 9 viewers.
Thank you, Raiders. I'm just checking now that my stream is actually showing. I assume it is. It's just saying offline for a moment, so that was a little concerning, but... Hello? Hello, Raiders. You guys don't know what I'm doing. I am working on this game. It's on Steam. It's a Morse code game that's in a horror setting, so it's scary. That you're kind of exploring this old dead planet, and monsters are trying to kill you, but you're also trying to open doors and explore using Morse code. So you like beep at doors to open them and listen to chests and trying to decode the Morse code to open the chests and get loot and then survive and not die. But yeah, welcome. How'd your stream go, Danger? Just fiddling around with colors. So I realized my color palette wasn't quite right, and then I finally figured out that JPEGs just don't come in right when you make them small, I guess, or something. I don't know. So PNGs are the way. No problem. I'll see you in a minute then. Productive day. Good to hear. I think these are the highlights. Yeah, this must be the highlight. I'll take those later though. Background for now I think is fine. It's probably fine. I tell myself that as I'm like thinking like, would it be better as blue? Maybe. Maybe. Or green. This is why I never get anything done. Nah, that's too bright. I want to put the darker one. The dark blue. It does have that danger feel, you know? Just screams the danger. So I guess I'll just do that. Okay. But okay. I didn't mean to actually pick something. Yeah. actually select something, and then I go, yeah. So, idea here is that I was gonna go add a little text property here. Text property. Oh, I think I remember at the time it was because I didn't have text mesh pro property, and I was too lazy to add one. So that's probably what happened there. I can almost guarantee it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then this is gonna be read paper screen title. Yeah. And then what I wanted to do is I probably wanted to have one more above this. No need for an icon, just needs to be a title. And let's just hide this. And then change the font here to regular or light. Maybe light. And this will be the free text. But isn't that not look any different? Did I change? Wait, didn't change it? Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah, there's this thing that's setting it. Okay. Font type light. There we go. Color type primary. Yeah, that's good. Then this will be read paper screen pretext. And then we have our main one, which is here, which is the text mesh pro property, and this is going to be read paper screen description, I guess. Yeah, it's more like the body of the text, but and then we have here, instead of confirm, is the actual text part here? No. It's the actual text. It's the text. Yeah, of course, the text is like in 3 different spots, but I guess they have. Don't they have a? Yeah, they have a thing here. There we go. Button text. So this would just be close. And I'll have to remove this and add a different Unity's localization later on this, but that's a later meet problem, I think. That's a later meet problem, I think. So, gonna leave that there. Let's close that. We have a pretext, a text, a title. Then, yeah, okay. Now the button itself, what I just wanted to do, let's go to here and then go read paper screen and pop it. So it'll pop it out and then it'll close. Okay, and this should be all we actually need to do on this side for the prefab. Just need to do a little bit more coding to get that all to nicely work. Thank you for following Tiny Double Games. You're another dev? It seems like that would probably, I feel like, be right. You met our auto-assigned follower goal of 220 followers. Thank you for doing that too.
Games just followed.
I'm trying to do. Oh, sweet. Well, welcome in now. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I need to make another script for a data object. So I'm basically gonna have little data objects that I can say for like this paper, and it's gonna provide me all these values. And then when I put one of these things down, I'll just have an interactable that takes that data and then pushes it to the screen. I just need to find where I put scripts. I don't think this is, yeah, no, this is not my normal script section. Scripts, here we go. This is the base scripts. So then in here, we're gonna go. Do I have like data stuff? No. Do I have a good spot for this, or am I just gonna find a spot for this? I feel like I'm just gonna find a spot for this. Yeah. Maybe I'll just make a folder for data scripts. Maybe I'll even have a MISC there. MISC data scripts. So obviously a lot of other data are very like correlated to other stuff, but then this one, I don't know, it's kind of like almost a one-off. Paper data. Open this guy up. Duggar roll call. We have a Kirby. He is underneath here. I will load up the treats for you. In preparation. Yep, there you go. Let's see. Pretty good. A little bit. Oh no. Yeah, that's not my bad. I'm trying a different treat throwing angle so I don't cover his face. Maybe a little harder for him to predict it. It's also with my left hand, so definitely not as good angled. He is so adorable. Good boy. Just writing the numpads here. Ziffication going Karazest. Script double object. And then I need to find this tag. I never remember what it's called, so I just find a thing to do it for me. Okay, so new paper data, whatever. It doesn't. This one really doesn't matter. And then this is gonna be. I don't know, we'll just call it. Something like that. That'll be fine. All right, and then all this should have is a public localized string. I'll have the pretext, pretexty, and it'll have the title, and then I'll have the description. All right, that's all it needs. Okay, And what we're going to do is we're going to have a function in here. Maybe it's a static function, so we'll put it up here. Public static. Void open or show paper. I don't know. So then this, we're gonna take a paper data for data. If la paper data equals null, then we are going to return, because we can't look at a null paper. That would be confusing. Less of a vacation and more of throwing away a ton of crap. Only have connection when my phone is hanging out of the window. What use? Are you like throwing away stuff for another person? Or like do you not have reception for your phone when you leave your house? I'm confused. Hanging out the window. It's kind of a... It's an interesting visual. Right, and then what we're gonna do is gonna go screen manager dot instant. No. Right, I forgot. This one just goes push. Read paper screen, and then we're gonna go and then we're gonna go screen dot title dot value equals paper dot title dot get localized string. Both throwing out my uncle's crab since he moved, and it's in a village in the middle of a forest. Damn. It's forests in Finland. I can imagine it's quite like Canada in some regard, where like in the big cities you get pretty good reception. I mean, it's expensive as all F because it's Canada, but you go in like the interior bit, and there's some places that are pretty damn hard to get anything. So I can imagine there's probably quite a few places like that in Finland, in the north, or interior of it. Screen, title, description, pretext. Okay, that should be all I have to do. And then save. It's not all I have to do. I have to do one more thing. To make an initiate thing that actually takes that and calls the method. Okay, so initiate system, initiators, create, C# script, open, paper, screen. And we'll go like this. We'll remove you, we go base, initiate. you. Okay. And then on initiate, yeah, we simply go read paper screen dot show, right? Show paper. I need a public and private. Serialized field, private. Paper data. Paper data. Okay. Let me, yeah, just plug in the paper data. Bing, bada, boom. Okay. What you gotta do? So. Okay. So. Okay, well. I made that. I was like, oh yeah, it's simple. And then I did forget though that the value here. So in paper data, I just made it like, oh, it has a description, but I actually need to be able to modify that description in certain cases, or give a different piece of paper, I guess, if it's. So so. How would I do that? So I'd probably want to be. I could have things that override it and then set the data beforehand, and then yeah, and then you could add the strings. So that's probably okay because they'll set the description value, and then they could add the relevant parameters that I would need before that, and I'd have that kind of as a preset up to the game. And then when I'm reading these papers, they'd all have been kind of set up already. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine and dandy. No worries. Let's now go to this little piece of paper things that I'd set up. So let's go initiate on interact. Da, 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 da. Then we're gonna go and add a open paper screen. I'll type file so it shows up as a basic initiate. Okay, and then so basically we're gonna go read I was thinking I might need something that has. Doesn't really matter. Set active. And after I close the paper screen, so I'm gonna have to put in that. But first, let's actually add some data. Oh, let's add the close part. Open paper screen. So in here, what we should do is we'll add. Maybe do I have an on? Do not. Okay. I have to just add one for each one. I'm posting in the general in the Discord. This video, okay. All right. Okay. So like, he's now an ostentatious PC. He's no longer the sexy PC. He's made a video about playing the game. Supposedly, it's peak, as the kids say nowadays. All right. So then this will be. Yeah, this will be. No. Should be private. Yeah, it can be private. Why not? Private system dot action. No action. Close. I should make an event, even though it's private. Doesn't really matter. But just in case. And then we go override if it lets me. Over. No? Override on pop. We call on close dot invoke. And then we go on close equals no. There we go. That wasn't a crazy crunch for you guys. I just smacked my microphone into the into some bags. So it's probably fun for you guys. I don't know. Maybe not. All right, and then we're gonna go in here, and we add a optional parameter. But I mean, is it really optional? Considering the only thing that's gonna call this is gonna use it. We'll just make it. You can put null in it. It's fine. Screen the unclose plus equals on close. I guess if it's not null, we'll check it here. If on close does not equal null, then we shall add this. Okay. All right. Blop, 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 blop. Screen pretext value. Just texting. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by that. Okay. Pretext value, localized string, on close. There we go. So then in here, we can have a serialize so if I go to base initiator, yeah, they have skippable initiate actions, but I don't need them to be skippable. I just need to be initiate actions. Okay, so private initiate actions. I actually don't need to call them that. It's like on close, on close. Things. Yeah. And then we'll make private void close. Now this one is a little bit weird because paper screen is persistent, so it's technically possible that I somehow get out of that screen when this thing no longer exists. It's very unlikely though. Like unless I like die and then reload while this screen doesn't disappear yet. It doesn't get popped. Like something comes up on top of it. I think I'd probably rather okay, what I could do, just to avoid any possible things like that, it can go like this. Close. And then we go if this not equal null. And what? Null, not a null int. What are you talking about? This doesn't equal null, and then we will go on screen close appends dot execute it. Okay. That should save it from ever having crashes. All right, so we'll show the paper and then we'll execute those events. Okay, now we'll actually make the thing. So in my data folder, I'm gonna make a section for papers, I think. Create miscellaneous paper data. I was supposed to make a folder. Okay, but we'll just make this direct. Okay, so let's make a folder now and call this papers. Not please, just papers. Okay. And so we're gonna have if you need a localization table for this. I'll make a new one, probably just for all papers. Readable papers. Data localization. Okay, so then there's going to be like tutorial, tutorial read paper, paper free text. Title. And then I'll write body. Okay, so the pretext, title, and this body. Now, body is going to get a little long, but title. So I'm going to say this. So the pretext is the manager of directors. For barges through the door. Um, protocol. Everyone must emergency. Am I to am I to argue with the director? Did I say in the beginning? It's 10 days ago. Maybe it should be like 8 days ago. 9 days ago. We might argue with the director, so I let him through. And so, need to add a space here. This has to be a smart thing. So this will be maybe I should make these global. Ooh, I could do that. Didn't I make a I thought I made a global thing, but then I can't remember if I did. Localization. Do I have a global thingy here? Smart format. Oh, yeah, I made an input one. Yeah. Can I variables group asset? Okay. So put all out an input. Okay. Variables group asset. Variables group asset. Okay, so what I want to do is probably make one. Put it in the papers for now, but probably not the best place. Variables group. Yeah. We'll call this game clue names. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so then we're gonna make a string, and I'll call this innocent director 1. Okay, and then we gotta go project settings, smart format, right? And then gotta add another one, and we'll call this clues, and we will add that in. Okay, and so now we have an innocent director 1. Why don't we just for now, yeah, you know what? We'll do it. There you go. KRSS will be the innocent director 1 for now, until I get the actual things in there, just to see if this works. Innocent director 1, so I have to go clues dot innocent director 1. Go on. I guess maybe not coverage. Director body. Why don't they grind that X against their director body? Didn't want to actually go there. Come on, no. I want to add a space. Okay, I did actually add a space. Just really, come on. You're being unreasonable here, guys. Nice quiet. I don't think I spelled quiet place right. I think it's this right. Quiet place to live home. Huh? They don't want to be caught between a couple of directors and their petty squabbles. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Wonder if I should bold this. I should probably bold this. I think I do that by like this /B. No, it's a B, and then at the end /B. I think that's it. Okay, so then let's take basically all of these. Oreo. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Let's go readable papers. There we go. So which one did I just select? I can't remember. This is the description. So body, title, pretext. Okay. All right. One of the big. All right. And then so in here, we just need to have this, initiate that, and then this, open this. Then I need to recompile. Yeah, there's the Arch 8 kicker. How's it going? Put on my sweatshirt. It's still a little cold in the morning. All right. Right. Okay. So on-screen close. I want to basically after this initiate a dialogue. It's only going to happen once. Probably does mean I now have to make it a date tracker thingy. Persistent date tracker, which I'm going to add this to. Oh, there's been a lot. There's a lot of dialogue. I'll show you in a minute. Once I get this thing set up, we can do a playthrough from the start. I basically want initiate dialogue to happen once. It's going to be a hunt dialogue, and then we're going to make a new dialogue part. So dialogues. Yeah, there's Claire talking to herself. Let's make another one of these. Right. Dialogue part. Okay. And let's go to localization tables. Let's go strings. Claire talking. Okay. Disputing. So she would say, like, she would read that paper and be like, there's two directors that are at odds with you. Why the first one wrong we're not getting along. But why the first one wanted to enter here though? Maybe we'll do this in 2 lines. We can do it in 2 lines. New entry 2. Okay. So then in here we go dialogue lines.
R-shaped kicker just followed.
Thanks. I'm guessing this is a new account again. I'm pretty sure you were following me before, but I'm assuming it's a new account again. Say 3. Okay. Okay, so then we got that. Then we just need to go back over here, and then drag that into there. Initiation left, so it'll only initiate once. It's gonna track it. All right, cool. Let's save all that. Let's get into a playthrough. So I should be should get a password saver thing, you know? Probably help. Doesn't like Chrome have one built in? Alright. I actually have music, so let's just pause this for a second. Let's give it the more full screen approach. So I added this little like flicker. I don't know if you notice. If you look over here, you can see it. Nice. Let's go to game. It takes a little bit to load this one, but yeah. So we come in, we got a little dialogue. All right, we're here. Uro, the famous dead planet. Do you still want to do this, Clara? We could just turn around now, and no one would even know we're here. Just look around, Flynn. Everything we've been told is a lie. There are trees and a breathable atmosphere. This is not the dead planet of the history books. Okay, sure. But maybe there's a good reason why they don't want us here. The entire galaxy thinks my grandfather melted and gassed an entire planet simply to prove that he could. They held parties and parades on the day of his death. Cerastes made it an annual holiday. I have to find out what really happened. We can already see the truth is not what they've been telling us. Alright, structure we found on the radar is just up ahead. Maybe we can find out more there. Just remember, we only have a couple of days until the public patrol comes by again, so we can't stay here for long. Thanks for coming with me, Flynn. We've been friends since we were 8, going halfway across the galaxy to a forgotten planet in a nation we're outlawed in is the least I could do. Let's find that route. Alright. Race to the ruins? Alright. I'm gonna beat you. beat you. I see to catch up. Yeah. Yeah, you won. Look at this. It still has power. Seems like we'll be able to use the hacking protocol I made after all. Which one do we choose? Let's do what hacking protocol? Do you not read the papers I gave you? I skimmed it. So you should know how to open the door, right? Of course I know, because I know. So I'm gonna do that. Thanks, yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot of similarities. I'm doing a bit different stuff than Lethal Company does, but yeah, it's definitely an aesthetic now that a lot of people like. Coming along. Ah! He's trying to get around me. So basically, he didn't see it. He just saw computers that he wanted to interact with. Hey, Claire. Looks like everything here is still mostly working. Portal down here should be able to get us down to the main lab. It's deep underground. Portal doesn't be on right now, but you should be able to turn it on with the control button on the side of it. While we're here, though, you should look around. Seems like there's some lock boxes that may still have some useful stuff in them. So there's a bunch of talky stuff you can do later, but I'll let people that actually play it experience those. I'm gonna save. Well, I want to just make a Morse code game because my wife and I had this idea that it would be really fun at like situations where we can't like talk to be able to communicate in some way, and so I wanted to make something that we could use to teach ourselves Morse code. But then also the idea is I thought it was kind of cool that I think Morse code is one of those things that so many people, like when I've told them about this, have had the same reaction of like, yeah, I really wanted to learn Morse code, like it sounds cool, but I don't want to like do any of the ways that would teach you Morse code currently, right? Okay, well that's unfortunate. Okay. So a couple of things wrong here. Doesn't get the text. I also don't lunk my inputs, so it just kind of sits over top of my screen. Yeah, that was foreseeable. Definitely. Okay. So let's fix at least a couple of those. I'm not sure. This should get them. So I'm not sure why that exactly is. That part is broken, but at least, the very least, the very, very least, I can get something else. Actually, the way I could do this, actually probably better, is we'll go paper.pretext dot get async, and then this wants like an event, right? I think it's just once, yeah, like this. But I don't know what the actual, what the first thing is. Oh no, okay, no, I have to say, yeah, this is how it works. So it goes async dot completed. think it's supposed to have some sort of valid. I think it's supposed to be a string, right? So string text here, right? But should be. Really? Why is it? Hmm. I use Morse code to tell jokes to my friends during class. I learned it. That's funny. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I got the gist of it. But yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of like a cool thing to know. Um. But a lot of people, yeah, they don't want to like the existing ways to learn is basically like listen to YouTube videos that like do the Morse code at you and like write it down, which is very good. Probably if you really just want to learn it, that is probably the fastest way to learn it. But it's like uber boring. The comic is deferred until late update of current frame. Do I want to bother? Okay, whatever. We'll do var data. Can I just go data? Yeah, I can just go data. There we go. Cool. And then we go screen.pretext.value equals data dot go like task dot result, I assume. That's super annoying. But I guess I'm doing that for all of these. So let's just do that. All right, it's this part. And then just gotta change this to description. And then gotta change this to title. All right. And then also remove that part. So there's that. Those will just get set when they get set, I guess. And then we push the screen, we do all that. So that was that part. The other part is that I need to go override push. And then what is a good example of this? The terminal screen probably. So terminal screen. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe like the sleep screen. Better example of this. Unpush this. And then on pop, it's just the opposite. So go remove blocker flag and then go false. Okay. That should fix those parts, and then hopefully the other part is now working as well. I want to make a video to teach Morse code easily because I was trying to learn it was difficult because there are no comprehensive videos on the internet. But the thing I know exactly how to teach Morse code for a beginner, and that's why I really felt like what you're doing here, making a game that teaches Morse code, or what I really like. Seems literally perfect for learning. Get a cold start. So can I make a nightmare mode? What do you mean by like nightmare? Like what part of the difficulty are you looking for there to be increased? So obviously there's the Morse code difficulty, but I'm probably gonna leave that up to people to choose. And I don't want it to affect the actual in-game play because at least that difficulty setting. I could have a different difficulty setting for like actually how hard the gameplay is, but the existing difficulty shouldn't actually like just because you choose expert. I don't think I'd want that to then affect how hard the rest of the game is. Right. Yeah. So in that degree, my thought was I was gonna try to. Oh crap! I didn't recompile, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Need to go out. But the that degree for something that's really hard, my thought was I was gonna make an alternate ending if you never slept in the game, and then make that kind of like the challenge. Um, because when I finish tuning the difficulty right now, I still think I'm probably giving people too many items in certain situations, because they don't need to rest right now. But in the future, you will need to rest, basically, or you're gonna really feel it if you don't. And so the idea is that if you don't use the sleeping mechanic at all and you somehow manage to get through the entire game completely, um, that's kind of like the challenge run. And maybe I'll add some more difficulties after as well, but that's kind of like my initial thought on making something that's once you've done it once, you're like, okay, well, I really want to try this now. Okay, read papers. Why? Okay, also nothing is clickable. Okay. Why do you like this? Like literally nothing is clickable. I can't even click on. Did it just like freeze up like my entire Unity? What in the world? Like, this should not have frozen anything. It should just be doing a task and then returning back. I don't think that should have frozen it. Yeah, like literally my entire Unity is just frozen now. So that's fun. Okay. Hmm. So what is it doing right now? All right. Okay, so why is it frozen on that though? It's just assigning a variable, is it not? So confused. Yeah, it's still stuck there. What about this thread? Is there any other threads that are doing weird things? No? Just this guy. Why? Okay. I'm gonna undo everything I wrote on this. Oh, crap. Of course I did this after, so I'm gonna not do those anymore. I'm gonna just maybe try the other one again. Hmm. Since it's like literally freezing. It's like it's an async method to get the localization for this. So the idea is that I want to support the possibility that I can localize this game, even though I don't know if I'm gonna do it. But I want it to be in a situation where that if I decide, hey, I'm thinking it will be worthwhile to localize it in terms of paying people to actually localize this, then I at least would like it to be easy for me to implement all those localizations at that point instead of having to like redo the whole game. So I made that there's this localization system that Unity has. It's a little funky and you have to like, it just expects you to kind of have everything like you have to like load in a bunch of stuff, and so it's sometimes odd. So maybe if it's, I'm gonna try this again. I'll have to probably quit it because yeah, it's just not responding in task. And then we'll just open it up again. I'm not entirely sure why it was doing that, but um, I think most of the time, like if it's most of the time, what you have to remember, like for games like that, like I think if it adds an element to the game that's interesting, then you typically keep it. If it makes the game not as interesting, then you typically remove it. That's kind of the lens that you try to see things through, right? Um, and so if it's really good for speedrunners, but then it makes you know, for example, like a normal person playing through the game, like they can get blocked or something like that can happen. Um, then you probably fix it, or you make it so that it's something that is maybe a speedrunner can get, but maybe you have to be a bit more intentional about it, right? It's all about intentionality, kind of in that. Complex glitch. Yeah, I mean, especially if it's like beneficial, sure. Obviously, if it's a complex glitch and then you like get soft locked and you can't do anything else in the game, and then you're broke, your save is broken, then it's probably something that I'd have on my radar. But the more complex something is to get to, typically means the less like reason to fix it, right? Just in the general sense of it's not going to impact as many people. But never underestimate players to get into weird situations. Basically, right? That's kind of the mantra you have to live by in when coding and making games. I have Kirby with me right now. I think he's in the door. Oh, Kirby, come here. Get the pass. He's making it hard for me. All right, let's... Okay, well, at least I can close it this time. So, yeah, that part is working. It just seems like never getting the right values or something. So let's see. Papers. Okay, here. These have values. Right? So there could be two things that are broken here. Either the localized strings are not getting a value, or the bindings aren't properly set up. Which actually could be entirely possible. Oh my god. Yeah, it's totally the bindings. Frick me. How do I F this up so much? So many times. Okay. Yeah, I know what. I know exactly what's wrong here. No, that's how I have to actually format it. So instead of binding it to a name, I was just setting the value to be the binding name, which is nonsensical and does nothing. So, yeah, there we go. That will actually work. Now I just need to go out and recompile. Making you pet your dog again. It's fine. It's what the points are there for. Yeah, they're Karazest is another viewer. A typical regular loves giving them treats. You hear the word. You're a good boy. You basically just by watching, and then also where you can see the points. Occasionally, there'll be like a thing, a little box thing you can click, and it gives you a couple more points. So just by like having the stream open, it gives you points passively, and then you also can get more if you're like actively watching for that thing. I think also whenever I raid someone, it does also give you points if you follow in the raid. Yeah, okay. So, okay, so that doesn't properly space out. This paper seems to be complaining about. It's not my fault. So 9 days ago, one of the Big Shot directors barges through this door. Barges through the door. Yeah, that's wrong. Okay, so 9 days ago, go to papers. So much easier to edit this when I actually can see the full thing. So 9 days ago, one of the Big Shot barges through door of this emergency exit and demands us let him back into the lab. You should know the protocol and that everyone must go through the designated entrances. This is an emergency exit, for God's sakes. But who am I to argue with the director? So I let him through. And today, who do I get a call from? Director Karazest, who reams me out for breaching protocol. It's not my fault. Why don't they grind that axe against their director buddy instead of me? All I wanted was a nice quiet place to live out my last 5 years before retirement. I didn't want to be caught in between a couple of directors and their petty squabbles. So YouTube's pretty bad for streams unless you have like a existing following because you've posted a lot of actual videos. YouTube's pretty bad for streams. Because I know a couple people that stream both on Twitch and YouTube's always less of a pull. And then if I do want to stream to both, I have to like get this whole like streaming things, and I don't know if my internet can handle that. My internet sometimes craps out on like just streaming to Twitch, so I'm not quite sure I want to go and try to do two. But Twitch has been pretty good, you know. I've like yeah, it's very low tide on streaming. Like again, unless you're one of those big like big YouTubers, right? Like the Thomas Bush or something like that. Like that guy, he can get quite a few people in a YouTube stream, or like Bite Me Games can get quite a few people on a YouTube stream, but because they have a big YouTube following already from their videos. Yeah. That's interesting though, brother. Yeah, so the thing is like I'm not making money off of my streams at the moment, right? If you looked at my actual income from Twitch, total, I would be like making third world money for the hours versus the actual payout. So this is more just like outreach for my game versus anything else. So there's no point like paying, I think, too much money at this current point for YouTube until like YouTube becomes, until I get a maybe a bit bigger on YouTube, or if something happens there, then maybe. But until then, nah. What was I gonna do? I was gonna check the screen. You can't? I guess is it like too distracting, or is it just like kills your internet levels? I think so. The problem here is, yeah, this. It's not this, and this doesn't expand. Which this should definitely be less. I'm just gonna try to figure out what the settings I need to do here are. So there's that. This should probably be more like 20. I don't want the frame bugger right now. 20 seems a little low actually. Like 24. And then yeah, I'd probably want something to expand this one out. Okay. Complaining about the directors of Euro. Yes, okay. Well, so 24 and remove all those settings. And then I also need to fix the layout. How's the game going? I missed a couple of streams because I was busy breaking my head with ECS, yeah, skeletal combating and proto and VR trailboard. Also love the wolf. Yeah, I think brother, you came in like you probably saw the beginning of the dialogues. I think I was like starting to just do dialogues when you were around the last few times. But now I've got the whole bottom part of the lab set up. I'm getting there on the tutorial. I was like, there's this thing that I need to do, which really is taking longer than I thought it would take, because I'm already like, what is it, an hour, almost 2 hours in. But then this is pretext. I'm gonna see if I just do that, that might sort that out. Yeah, it's probably more similar to buckshot roulette than the what was it, Lethal Company. Just with the stuff happening. Hi, Bertwort. It's me, Jop. Oh, okay. Wait. Let's see if that actually works. It looks like a... wait, support word. Assume you say your job, but I assume you're someone from the Discord. Yeah, but see, I only know the few people that have been talking recently on the Discord are Anonym and Winner Takes All. Am I just like totally blanking? Is there a... Yeah, okay, Anonym. Okay, now I recognize you. Okay. There we go. Cool. Sweet. See how far you can go? Sweet. I mean, the one that's currently released, I don't think there's that many bugs. This one, I don't know how many there's going to be. We've only added like a bazillion different systems, so there's probably quite a few. There we go. Yeah, that looks actually pretty good. Okay. Yeah, so I have this whole area down here. You eventually go and there's going to be a portal that you have to open a bunch of lockboxes. You open that portal. I haven't built it yet, but there's going to be, once you open the portal and like interact with it, Steve is going to bust out of that little area here and then come try to attack you. But then if you jump in the portal, you can get saved. You'll get to safety from there. And yeah, it's kind of that's going to be like the end of the tutorial. But I also need to do, these are like the remaining to-dos. This I probably won't even bother. It's fine, I don't care about that anymore. These are kind of like more optional ones. These are like the actual ones I have to do. Which I'm just finishing off this one today, so. I'm really wanting to buy kind of next week. I want to have at least something that I can release to the playtest build so that people can test this. This will be fine for now. I think eventually the only worry here is that say I go, so I didn't have to go all the way over here. I had to go to total strats all the time, yeah. So each time you leave an area, the monster will find a point that he can go to on the map, like so an area he could actually walk to, and then he picks that at random. So kind of, but he can only move where he could actually walk to. If that makes sense. It's kind of to simulate that, like, hey, if you left, he would just kind of continue walking around, right? So he just kind of keeps walking around. I had a level of details to some things. Oh god, this hair, so bad. Oh my god, what is happening? I don't understand. I don't understand hair. Like, why does hair do this? Why? It's like, I think in like other things that are semi-transparent, it always shows behind it. You can see this line too. Oh, it's so weird. Luckily, I don't show her very often. It's like only in cutscenes, and so in those small cutscenes, you don't really see it. But it's just, I don't know, it's so weird. Why? Why is it like that? I don't know. Fucking hair, man. But no, okay, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted by the hair. I spent like half the stream yesterday with hairs. So I have LODs on some of the things because the asset pack that I had for the forest has it. And then for everything else, I just do occlusion culling, or in my actual like exploration of the areas, I just have my camera really low rendering distance. So like it only renders like I think 30 units ahead of me. Because everything's so dark, you can't see anything past that point anyway, so it doesn't render anything there. What was I looking at? All right, I was going to check. Okay, so in here, if I were to just, for example, go to main content, go to description, take all of this, and then just go enter and paste it again. Yeah, okay, so I'd get something like that. Which, yeah, would then do this. So eventually, I'm going to need... Probably what I would need to do is instead of making this dynamically size up, I would just have a fixed size for this thing. And then if it's too big, I would add like the scroll view on it. But right now it works. I'm going to just throw that in my little Trello here for future thing and card. Make read paper screen scrollable. Okay, actually, I've done a lot of these things. I guess down to lab. Wow. Yeah, I've done that. Done that. Done that. I haven't done that. Item drop balance. Yeah, I haven't done that. Okay. I really, because I've been like doing a mix of doing this and then just Trello. Some of these things are just like they're so small that I like. But I guess I could just add it into Trello and then say I've done that now. I've done it. It's done. It's done. And then we'll just add the other two. Fine. No, I just added the same thing. What? What did I just... Okay, right. No, I just didn't remove that one. Okay, so this... Okay. Save. And then there's the cinematic. Which I should probably... Right. End of tutorial. Cinematic. Okay. So, next part, let's get the music back in. At one point I moved from Trello to Tiega. Still Trello loves them. Yeah. I like Trello because it's free, and then I can also like I actually have it posted on my Discord, so I don't know, any random person that wants to actually check what I'm doing can actually check that progress too. All right. Okay, so the next thing I think I want to work on is player base. Let me rejig that a bit. Did I actually set my trouble board to... Yeah. So in player base, used to be where we had the tutorial, right? So now we actually no longer really need that tutorial. We instead just kind of need Interesting. Just trying to think of how I want to configure this. Because right now you don't really need to go out here. What I could do is I could take where's the other portal room deco, right? Okay, so I could take this. I could basically just move it over to where end room deco is, and then just hide end room deco. Right? Like, it doesn't need to be there anymore, because you can only be able to access this through the green portals. The red portal isn't going to exist anymore. I can hide this container. Basically, you're going to be able to come in here. There's going to be stuff over here. Might as well still leave those doors there, and then this could still be the restroom. Like where you sleep. I just don't think you need it to be this big. It's kind of like a very large room for like sleeping, but no. So the green is where you kind of find it later on, right? It's just initially you're gonna go through the first levels, not gonna be able to go back to this area. But once you find a green portal, you'll be able to come to here constantly. So this will be the save room. The green portals are what you always go to go to the save rooms anyway. And then I also don't need any of these chests. These chests don't need to be here anymore. I have some other things in my mind. I haven't implemented any of them yet, because I ain't got the time for that. I'm probably going to use a lot more Morse code things in, like, director fights. That's probably where I'm going to be using most of it. All right, I have all these screens. I don't need to do these screens anymore. Although, what could be fun is if I take this one and just like move it over here. Obviously rotating it a little bit. kind of sticking it on this side. Because this is like a little thing that like will actually show you when you're what you're inputting in Morse code. So it is kind of a cool thing to have. So you can, if you want to just practice, you can kind of sit here and just practice little lines of code. And it visually shows you as you're holding it. So put that next to a door because you'll be then, oh, I'm going to open this door and you'll see that it actually does something. Otherwise, there's the workbench. There's the storage chest. And then I guess this broken panel I don't need to actually have anymore. Remove sparks. You don't need to be there. Okay. Door number 3, you're fine. I might eventually figure out a reason for you to actually leave here, and then maybe there's like people that come out of here. You can chat with them over there, but for now that can stay closed because now we'll just be in this area again. Open the few doors. Come into here. His name's Kirby. He's a good boy, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. So in this room, it just feels so empty because it's so big. I don't want it to be feeling like that. So I kind of want to make it smaller. And just maybe move some of the set dressing over so that I can just make it like half the size. Just because it feels way too big for what I need right now. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Was that on the wall? No, it's just a garbage can. Okay. So let's do like that. Maybe even move this kind of more like this. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put like another lore findable thing on this desk. And then we'll see how well this works. I'm just gonna like try to take the whole wall here. Take this, take this, take this, take this, take this. Okay, and then good snapping. Okay, I don't think the grid is actually snapping, but oh, it's just really small. Okay, that's why. I think that's why it was not working. Yeah, there we go. Now I can actually feel the snapping. Let's see. Does that stop kind of at a... Oh no, it's kind of midway through there. Okay, then let's try to go one more over. Starts to kind of collide with this thing, but is this thing findable? No. Could probably just get a different piece of wall though for that. Or can maybe loosen up this to 0.5 and then just nudge it back a little bit. So it kind of goes in there, but it doesn't seem too bad. Just hide all the gizmos for a second. Yeah, it seems mostly okay. If I really hate it later on, I can spend some time to actually do it properly, but I think for now, I'll probably just hide this deco. It brings you to a small little room where you can sleep during the day, and then there's maybe something you can find over here, but it's just kind of more dressing than anything. I'll move that more over there. Yeah. Yeah, it's curvy like that. It's already gone. There we go. Yeah, it's a much better sized room. And then maybe I'll move this. Be more centered. There you go. I don't think it's really a bed, but it kind of looks enough like a bed that probably people will accept it. Then in here, yeah, that's fine. But eventually, I'll probably like when you find Flynn again, he'll come back over here, and then he'll like stand in that corner. Okay, I think that's a reasonable change. Without spending, hours upon hours redoing the whole thing. I'll keep it simple for now. Probably eventually it will call for me to make a more intentional place that you kind of hang out in. But I think for this build, the main things I want to get in this build done are, that whole tutorial, and then getting into the lab. And I want to see just if having done all that, I can get kind of a few more people naturally through the tutorial, because right now it's just such a huge churn level. Like, I think more than half of the people that play my game never get past 10 minutes. So I'm gonna check. So if you're coming into here, yeah, it's not too hidden. I just don't want people to not have to see this. Then I should be able to go this way. Graph. His forehead still looks a little weird. But just, I think it's because of the light, and the light hits his forehead more than, you know, whatever the front is. I don't know how to properly show people when they're getting flashed in the face with a big, gigantic flashlight and that not look weird. That is one thing I have to figure out. All the floors... So all of the floors that are not the tutorial level and the player base are randomly generated. Are you guys ready for like the most horrifying thing to see in a horror game? I don't know if, I don't know if any of you guys have seen this yet. So Flynn, before you go to the portal, he's like, well, I wanted to ask you something. I was like, sure, what is it? Never mind, I can ask you later. And then you can either leave it be, you just leave it and keep going. Or you like press it and he's like, just ask me now, there's no time like the present. Well, this is probably a terrible time to ask this, but I was wondering if like, after we find whatever we find down here, I was hoping you might want to like go to dinner together, like on a date. And then you can say yes, no. I always feel guilty and then say less. I like that. Sure. Okay. Anyways. But everything you enter will be the same, right? What do you mean every time you enter? Like the beginning area? Like this beginning area you're talking about? And then, so what I'm going to have happen is when you inspect this, it'll trigger a cinematic where this will explode out. You'll see Steve come out of the doorway. You'll hear William, which I can barely see, but I'll try to get him to look over to you, say run, and then you'll look over here, and then you have to press E to enter the portal. Oh yeah. So once it's generated, it's fixed, right? So this floor, whenever you enter it in, it'll be the same floor. Yeah. Each playthrough, it's just each playthrough it'll be different. Yeah. I haven't done this for so long. That sounds like TI almost. Oh no, I think it's TN. No? Oh, is it TA? Oh. No. I'm on intermediate right now. Is it NA? No, I'm totally bum on this. It should be 2 letters. Did I try? No. There's only 3 letters here. Hmm. Let's try again. No. Okay. I need some Farnsworth, I think. Okay, it was N-E. There we go. Jeez. It's 2828. It was. Now it's... I lowered down the Farnsworth. Goddamn. That's... E. That was way easier. But this... No? Oh, it's I-N, I think. Yeah, I-N. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, it's T-E. Okay. You know, basically just do a little run, mini run here, and then end off the stream there. I don't have enough inventory. Oh, jeez. Yeah, let's just continue these. Definitely want sedatives. No, I think it's... I think it's AI. No? Or is it AI? Yeah, it was AI. Eh, okay. Ooh, I got some cloth early, though. Yeah, there's my exit portal. Wait one second. I did... Oh, I got even more cloth. Do it. Yeah, man, I think. Or is it? Did it? Yeah. Yep, you're right. Bert. Ooh, wow, I said it was sweet. So let's just check what this is. This is the hallway. Oh, but it's got stuff in it. Got more of those? Not enough to hold the bandages. I'm gonna drop those here. I'm gonna pick up the bandages. Bandages are too good. I think it's AM? Yeah. Those are the polygonal wafers that I dropped. Yeah, okay. We'll leave those there. And I'm back to the beginning, okay. So I think I've opened this local one. What I probably should do is, like, logically what I think would be the best strategy is to, like, if you're collecting things in a level and you don't have enough inventory space, you pick them up, and then why are these things moving? should not be moving. They have like force? Am I like... I don't even know where the polygon wafers went. They're over there now. Why are they moving? Oh, it's, I think... There's an item over here. I missed. They're supposed to move until they... Oh, I think I made the ground slippery. Did I? Or something? I don't know. But maybe I should give these guys some friction. Because I think that's what's happening, is that they're moving. I like some residual velocity. Because as soon as they... Oh yeah, they're sliding. Why are they sliding? They should definitely not have that. Because that's like no frictions. Because then they never stop. They just keep moving. Yeah, okay. So that was silly. Let's go to item pickup. Let's just not have that. Just do the basic. It should be okay with the basic. But yeah, I'll leave that there, basic. I'll leave it in the portal room. What I did was speed run to the 12th floor and then enter a green portal and then start collecting items from start. But some items are so expensive currently. Yeah, I mean the upgrade should be pretty expensive. I remember W, yay. Box jerky, I can't hold that. Okay. Wires, I can't hold that. Really what I should be trying to do now is getting to... So Mr. Steve, okay. How do I lose him? Of course. I have no idea where he is. Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's meant to be. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. All right. Houston, we have a problem. That's a cool looking under the lab. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool to look under the lab. You know? All right. Good thing I can have the powers of cheats. And I can just take my player. Take my little player here. Where are you? Player. Here we go. So we just go player here. Move you a bit forward. Move you a bit up. Yeah, you're gonna fall through some stuff for a second, but it'll be fine. Resume. Okay. There we go. Well, it's weird that the portal has like a reflection of the flashlight. Not a fan of that. I'm gonna try to fix that. But anyways, the point is now I can save here, and then I can. You have no reference saving? Oh, because I deleted things. Oops. That's annoying. Why don't I... Yeah, it's gonna... God damn it. Damn it, okay. Well, I lost all that progress then. So something in my room values. Delete something. Anyways, so first part is that this needs to be flipped around. So boom, boom. So that needs to be done. I wanted to just look at this for a second. I don't even have a smoothness option here, so I don't know if I can change that to not be shiny like that, but I guess we'll deal with that later. Then I need to find what was null. And it's on the persistent tracker, so I need to go to and find oh, it's probably the panel, because I did delete the panel. Here we go. Yeah, delete array element. Okay. Honestly, the broken panel doesn't even need to be here, I think, anymore. Yeah. So I need to just then go back to room. Go delete door handler. Yeah. And room deco. Don't care about that one anymore. Chest. Don't care about the chests because I'm not going to use them anymore. At least not in the way that they're currently set up, and then the two doors. Okay, yeah, that's all that actually needs to be saved here, at least for now. So we'll save that, and then we're going to go back for our thing over here. Secret basement unlocked. Yeah. All right. Right. Let's see where I have an assumption that it's probably just going to load all the way back to here. Yeah. Anyway. That sucks. My settings, I think I have to change the settings too. Let's just change that thing. I'm obviously not ready for 28. Or I just need to practice up again because I thought I was there, but I guess I was not. Yeah, right. It's supposed to be firing that dialogue. It doesn't seem to be. So I do need to check that. Let me just add that as a note. I am trying to kind of speed this though. I've never really gone like and spent a really long time trying to go too far. I think maybe I've gone to like level 7 or something. But I've never like just devoted a stream yet to just going as far deep as I can. Just because I've been really focused on trying to get this stuff in place first. Alright, see you at the portal. No time for you to ask me on a date. You gotta launch off of that thing. Can I track from over here? Aha! All the speedrunning tactics. Okay. So now it's a completely new zone, so I just need to... I'm not even gonna pick up anything anymore. I'm just gonna try to find the portal. Okay, well, it's right there. I'll pick it up. But Yeah. Are you talking about the like the chests? I mean, I know the doors also get like ridiculous. Turn my fingers. Yeah, like so. Just to get a little bit more context, I guess on the higher levels, that's probably not indicative of the actual level curve that I'm aiming for. I'm doing it far more accelerated now than I'm probably gonna have it in the end. I save. Yes, I can save. Okay, sweet. It's just I wanted to test out. Basically, I was trying to test out. Does this even is this even at all reasonable? Which oh, I can't walk up here. Oh. Oh. Okay. I think it's because I'm no longer slippery, and so one little lip is stopping me. Okay, I can fix that. But I should. Well, just fix that, and then we'll wrap up. So let's get there. So I don't know if I completed that thought. Yeah. So the current like probably past like 10 to 15 are only meant to be like ultra hard difficulty, which I'm probably not going to make the whole levels like that. There might just be like some random specific doors that are maybe harder than the others, but it was more to test how hard can I go at the end. Yeah, straight key. Yeah. Okay, I was gonna go over here. Okay. Right here, we need to just add another collider. Probably more like this one. Maybe rotate this on a, I guess 45. Yeah, 45 there. Or let's make it a little bit slower lamp, like 20 or something. And then make it a little bit. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Is Z this one? Yeah, okay. And then I'm gonna turn this off. This is just gonna be annoying. Okay, that should be better now. Let's just do a quick little test to see if it works. No worries. Thanks for dropping in, Bert. Word. I was just about to probably wrap up too, so good timing. Catch you around. Alright, so now I'm in here. Is that shine? Yeah, the shine doesn't happen on the side. Okay, so that's fine. can navigate this whole area. Sweet. Okay. I think that's good enough time to wrap it, and then we will, I don't know, let's see if there's somebody to raid. There's probably going to be somebody to raid. But let's see who we can go say hello to. Let's go say hi to Papa. Papa J-Dub. He's a cool variety horror streamer that I like to hang out with. So I'll go raid into him, say hello. If you're interested in horror games, he's does a lot of them. He's a cool Canadian guy like me. So, although he's far cooler than me. But yeah, let's go say hello. So yeah, I'll see you guys not tomorrow. Yeah, not tomorrow, but Friday we'll be back streaming and working on this. And yeah, so I'll see you then. Did I do the right thing? I think I did. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.